Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about my Alaska experience. And my Alaska experience happened in 2022. In 2022, June, I applied for a company called Silver Bay Seafoods. And I went through the hiring process. They hired me. And they sent me flight information, a direct flight from Minneapolis straight to Anchorage, Alaska. And then a 5-hour bus ride from Anchorage to Valdez, Alaska, where I was working. I stayed in a hotel my first night in Anchorage, and then in the morning we got on a bus to Valdez. And then when we got to Valdez, they assigned us rooms, and rooms had to be shared with a few people. In my room, I shared a room with 3 other guys, and it's a small room, 2 bunk beds, and then one free bed that everybody wanted, and people try to negotiate with each other to get the single twin bed. I had 4 bunkmates that we shared a room. They were cool people. And my first week there was kind of different. It was very slow, and we weren't working. Not just the first week actually, but I think the first 3 weeks we barely worked. The first 3 weeks was slow, but it kept progressing as each week went by. We're getting more hours. And how that would go is they would make a schedule, and they would put your name on the schedule, and every day you had to go to the board and look to see if your name is posted. If your name is posted, then you have to report for work. And that's how it started, as it was picking up. And then until we got to a actual committed schedule where you're assigned a specific shift, and you know exactly what day you work. When there is fish, you will work. When there's fish, you will work 16 hours, and it will be very painful. Your body will hurt. There'll be days where you don't even want to work, but if you can handle it, you'll be all right. And they feed you, good food. To me, it's good food. They feed you 3 meals a day. If you're working, it's 5 meals a day. If you're not working, it's 3 meals a day. And then if you work less than 8 hours, your room and board is free for the day. And if you work more than 8 hours, you have to pay $15 a day for room and board, basically. And the seafood industry is actually good if you're into doing seasonal work. It's good. You're gonna make a large amount of money within a short period of time, and do something. Get yourself a used car, maybe travel like some of the Europeans that I met out there. Or you could just, whatever major purchase you want to do in your life. But for me, I'm thinking about transitioning to I'm not thinking, that's what I'm going to do, transition into seasonal work and work on trying to see other places and live more, And Silver Bay was a great company. Every company you go to in this world, it don't matter where you work, you're going to experience something. Of course, when you have this skin tone, of course you're going to experience different things than other people. Of course there's going to be situations where other people are favored more than you, and you just have to deal with it. That's life, you know. But as far as a good seafood company, Silver Bay was definitely a great company. I'm trying to go back. That's if they rehire me, but we'll see. If they don't rehire me, it's okay. At least I got to experience it. But on a good season, you can make some good money out there. And I knew some people that worked in different departments, and for anybody that's interested in doing seafood processing, if you go to Silver Bay and you go to Valdez, try to sign up to be one of the sanitation people or cleaning people. And QA people, they get a lot of hours. I had a buddy that was working in that department. He was getting a lot of hours. There's times where we weren't working, but he was working, you know. But overall, it's not bad. Like, if you're in a situation where you need somewhere to stay, or like you're trying to do something major, or you need a lot of money, or whatever it is. If you're just in a situation where you're free, you don't have nothing going on at the moment in your life, or you want to try something different, seafood processing would be something great, you know. Like, for somebody, shit, be down on your luck bad. Like me, when I first did it, I was down on my luck, and I did it. I made a decent amount of money, not a lot, but not no life-changing money, but enough money to keep things going, you know. And one good thing about Silver Bay is I liked the way the staff were. They were great, you know. I might have had some disagreements with maybe one or two people, but things happen, you know. When you're working 16 hours, believe me, there'll be days where you'll just be waking up mad at everybody, but you know, that's what it is. And when you're working under a lot of stress and pressure, and people are constantly screaming, and all this is going on, it's cold, it's damp, it's wet inside the factory, you know, those are the conditions of the job. But if you can handle all the stuff that come with the working in the seafood industry, you'll be okay. I encourage people to do it if you want to try something that will test you mentally and physically. And I'm looking forward to doing more seasonal seafood jobs. As of right now, I applied at a couple. But if you're looking for seafood processing jobs, I would try Silver Bay Seafoods, Peter Pan Seafoods, Trident Seafoods, Westward Seafood. There's a whole bunch of them out there, but try them out. It's not a bad experience. I'm walking by the train tracks. Walking by the train tracks on my favorite trail. But definitely, if you want to do something that will make you test you, and you can't let it break you, man. I've seen people quit. 1 day, 2 days, they quit, walk out. Next thing you know, they're getting dropped off. Getting dropped off at the airport. You gotta buy your own way back if you quit, man. That's the hardest thing. When you work seafood processing, depending on what company you work for, some of the companies, they pay for your flight there, and they pay for your flight there, and they can also pay for your flight back, but you have to finish the season. Every company has its own rules. And if you're also interested in doing vessel jobs, some of them are great, you know. I have a relative that works for American Seafoods, and it's a great company to work for, and they also pay percentage. Like, one thing you want to get into is those percentage boats, because you're getting paid a percentage instead of getting paid hourly. When there's no fish, you're not getting paid, but percentage, even if there's no fish, no matter what y'all process, you'll still get a percentage of that. But alright, YouTube, I might not have went into detail, but I try to cover everything I can.